Hello, myself Mohammad Ayaz Khan, Science and Technology Faculty at Next IAS, and here we are going to have a discussion on the objective type of questions of Science and Technology for Civil Services Preliminary Exam. So here I am having some questions with me, and we will focus why that particular answer of that particular question is correct, and I will try to give you the basics of as many questions as possible also, because if some questions are factual, then obviously we can't have much of a scope of a discussion over there. But in some questions which are very conceptual, we will try to go into the basics of that. Okay, so let's start our discussion here. So here if you see the question which I have got, this is with respect to quantum computing. Quantum computing. Okay, fine. So what is the question? With reference to the quantum computing, a recent technological advancement in the field of computer science, comma, consider the following statement. It were following the statements. So consider the following statements. Fine. Now from these statements we have got, there are 4 statements. We have to find the correct one. Which of the following statement is correct? So here 2 words, quantum computing and the correct. Now what is quantum computing? See, quantum computing is based on quantum mechanical model of the atom. Quantum model means quantum physics. Quantum physics which deals with individual atoms, ions and molecules. And quantum computing is one of the applications of Bose-Einstein condensate. Okay, now Bose-Einstein condensate is obtained at a temperature which is just above absolute zero. Just above absolute zero means minus 273 डिग्री जो है उससे बस minus 271 पर इसको हम बनाते हैं, मिलता है हमको बोस-आइंस्टाइन कॉन्डेंसेट. तो पहली चीज तो इसलिए जब भी आप क्वांटम कंप्यूटर के बारे में पढ़ते हैं, यू कम अक्रॉस सुपर कूल्ड एटम्स. तो अब अगर हम स्टेटमेंट्स देखें, it works by the laws that govern the behavior of atoms and subatomic particles. Quantum physics just told you that it is here we are studying the individual atoms, molecules, their behavior. So first statement is right. They manipulate information in quantum bits or qubits. अब जो क्वांटम कंप्यूटर की जो कैपेसिटी होती है, that is expressed in qubits. Qubits means quantum bits. एक तो होता है बाइनरी, that is 0 और 1. Qubits क्या होता है? All the possible combinations. So all the possible combinations means 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. So they manipulate information in quantum bits or qubits, and these qubits can be both 0 and 1 at the same time. Yes, so that statement is also correct. So let's try to see whether are we in a position to find out the answer. So as of now, both 1 and 2 are correct. So this and this cannot be the answer. Now let's come to the third statement. Okay. So the third statement here is the quantum computers are designed to operate at room temperature and very high atmospheric pressure. Nahin. Okay, so quantum computer are designed and they require supercooled atoms. Now supercooled atoms they require, so this statement is incorrect. तो अब ये भी नहीं हो सकता आंसर. तो अब हम आंसर पर पहुंच गए वैसे 1 and 2, बट पूरा कंसेप्ट दे दिया जाए आपको. The term quantum supremacy in this field signifies that quantum computers can be made using biodegradable, superabsorbent materials. ऐसा नहीं है. They are not made by using biodegradable, superabsorbent material. Quantum supremacy, actually Google developed a quantum computer, and that quantum computer developed by Google performed a calculation which the supercomputer of IBM will take 10,000 years. So this statement is also wrong. So quantum supremacy is not making them from biodegradable superabsorbent material. Quantum supremacy is the performance of these quantum computers vis-a-vis the conventional computers. So here the correct answer is A, 1 and 2. So in quantum computers, the first question, the correct answer being 1 and the 2. Now after that, next question if we see. Next question is, which of the following statements are correct regarding the general difference between Wi-Fi and LiFi? Wi-Fi wireless fidelity, LiFi light fidelity. So in Wi-Fi, we use 2.4 gigahertz radio waves. And in light fidelity, we use visible light. So Wi-Fi transfer data through radio waves, yes. LiFi does it through visible light. Visible light means, the lights like VibGyor. Wi-Fi has broader coverage than LiFi. Obviously, in terms of coverage, if you see, Wi-Fi seems to be having broader coverage because, it can be restricted, because LiFi will be restricted by the presence of walls and all. So this is also right. LiFi faces more electromagnetic interference than Wi-Fi. No, LiFi, it is using obviously visible light and light. Optic fiber it will be using and all, or without optic fiber as well, you can say that, that it will not be having interference. So there will be no electromagnetic interference. So third statement is wrong. And if third statement is wrong, this is not the answer, this is not the answer, and this is not the answer. So correct answer will be B. But let's see, obviously fourth statement also. LiFi offers specific advantages over Wi-Fi in terms of higher bandwidth. Yes, it has higher bandwidth, means the difference in the range of the frequencies. Okay, from VibGyor to violet to red. So range of frequencies used is much broader than that is being used in case of Wi-Fi, and higher transmission speed. Yes, the transmission speed in case of LiFi can reach up to 224 Gbps. So that is obviously amazing. Gigabits per second is the speed which obviously Wi-Fi cannot match. So Wi-Fi is still struggling to be in Mbps, where LiFi will go into hundreds of Gbps of the speed. So this is with respect to what? With respect to Wi-Fi and LiFi. So answer is B. That is first, second, and the fourth statement is correct. Third statement is incorrect. Now after that, okay. Next question is, flue gas desulfurization is in news recently. It has uses in. Flue gas क्या होता है? That gas which is produced from the thermal power plants. And it is a mixture of multiple things. The prominent being the sulfur dioxide. Okay, so flue gas desulfurization, here we are looking to address the problem of sulfur emissions. तो अब इसको क्या करते हैं? Flue gas desulfurization, basically, here the sulfur dioxide is converted into some other material, a very good synthetic material, calcium sulfide. Okay, and this calcium sulfide, where it can be used? Highway constructions, yes. We can use it in roads, making the embankment on the roads. Agricultural applications are also there. It is used in water treatment, glass making, but it cannot be used as in edible items, any edible item. So Okay, mining applications we can use. So it is a very straightforward question. Nothing much to explain in terms of concept and all. So here you see 5 cannot be the answer. So if 5 cannot be the answer, then answer is C in terms of flue gas desulfurization. So this you have to remember such type of questions, and they do ask such type of question. Like ash from the thermal power plant and all these things, they are very common in UPSC nowadays. So whenever you come across an article on such things, you need to remember and retain the information. Now after flue gas, next question is Internet of Things. So with reference to Internet of Things, consider the following statements. Very good. What is Internet of Things? Like connect a smart home concept. Your light, refrigerator, microwave, then all the electrical appliances can be interconnected. And you can control them through your mobile also. So IoT generally refers to scenarios where network connectivity and computing capability extends to objects, sensors and everyday items. Yes. Okay. So all the things can be interconnected. Okay. IoT devices and services can serve as potential entry points for cyber attack and expose user data to theft. Absolutely. Okay, and IoT is a part of digital India, and IoT is a part of fourth industrial revolution, and IoT will get lot of push impetus during 5G. So 5G will be one of the main dimensions of 5G technology will be Internet of Things. Okay, so yes, but those entry points where those devices are connected, they can be a point of cyber attacks, and because wherever the internet is involved, the cyber attack is a possibility. Internet of Things amplifies concern about potential for increased surveillance and tracking. Yes, absolutely. Like say for example, some people will be wearing the devices. Say for example, smart watches and all, they are connected with the mobile. And that all obviously increase the possibility of the surveillance. If these companies want, they can work out easily what the person had in the breakfast, lunch and the dinner. So all the three are correct. So first statement is correct. Okay, second is correct, third is correct. So 1, 2 and 3, D is the only option. So Internet of Things is a part of digital India. It will get a lot of push in the 5G, and it is obviously is a part of fourth industrial revolution as well, where all the appliances can get interconnected. 2018 preliminary, the question was asked on IoT. After IoT, okay, next question is CRISPR, that is clustered regularly interspaced short palindromic repeats. Okay, CRISPR actually it is a tool. It is a tool for genome editing. And this year's Nobel Prize has been given to Doudna and Charpentier. To whom? For what? For CRISPR. So basically CRISPR, it is a mechanism which exists in bacteria, not in virus. And as it is a mechanism which exists in bacteria to provide the protection against viral infection. So we basically are using CRISPR to cut specific sequences of DNA. Specific sequences of DNA by using a guide RNA. Guide RNA क्या होता है? जैसे मुझको ये DNA काटना है, तो गाइड RNA यहाँ आकर पेयर कर जाता है ऐसे करके, ये गाइड RNA है और जो 2 फिंगर हैं ये DNA है, एंड द Cas which is the enzyme which cuts this DNA. ठीक है, तो क्रिस्पर में एक गाइड आरएनए होता है, एक एंजाइम होता है. गाइड आरएनए उस एंजाइम कास को बताता है कि कहां जाकर कट करना है। अब ये क्रिस्पर क्यों न्यूज में था? जैसे अभी जब कोविड के लिए एक टेस्ट बना फेलुदा, तो फेलुदा इज यूजिंग क्रिस्पर Cas9 टेक्नोलॉजी. Okay, CRISPR has also been used in a diagnostic test in USA called Sherlock. So Sherlock is also using CRISPR, and that is obviously has been approved in USA based on CRISPR. Fine, for the diagnosis of COVID. So COVID diagnosis के tools में methods में CRISPR को use किया गया. CRISPR के help से हम HIV रेजिस्टेंस दे सकते हैं, कैंसर का ट्रीटमेंट कर सकते हैं, डिजाइनर बेबीज बना सकते हैं. All these things we can do. So I hope you got the idea about CRISPR. Basically, it is an arrangement in the DNA of a bacteria which provides resistance against viral infection. But now we are using that arrangement to change the DNA, and that changing in the DNA by cutting and adding a certain part is called genome editing. ठीक है, अब इसमें से हम ऑप्शंस देख लेते हैं. It is used in editing or modifying gene sequences. Absolutely right. That's what I said. It involves use of a molecule known as guide RNA. That already told you. And a DNA cutting molecule called Cas9. Cas9 एक enzyme है. That enzyme, that is a protein. Okay, all the enzymes are proteins, as you know. So guide RNA, this is also right. The technology replicates a natural defense mechanism in viruses. This is incorrect. This is wrong. This is wrong. It is bacteria. Which bacteria? Streptococcus pyogenes, SP. कौन सा बैक्टीरिया होता है ये? SP. चलो इसको वैसे रहने देना. ओके, SP. अच्छा, तो ये स्टेटमेंट गलत हो गया. अब अगर ये गलत हो गया तो दिस कैन नॉट बी द आंसर, बट वी हैव टू सी वेदर A is the answer or D is the answer. It can be used to develop therapies for treatment of cancer. Yes, produce crop plants that are resistant to viral. So CRISPR-Cas9 can be used in both plants as well as animals to provide resistance. So statement 4 is correct. Answer is D. So for this CRISPR question, the correct answer is D. Clear? So in India, we are not using SP-Cas9. Let me tell you one thing. We are not using SP-Cas9. In India, in Feluda, we have used FN-Cas9. Okay, FN-Cas9. FN is the short form of a bacteria. Francisella novicida. Compared to SP-Cas9, FN-Cas9 has more accuracy, has better accuracy. So this is bit of an additional information I wanted to give you. So answer for CRISPR question is D. 1, 2 and 4. Fine. Now after CRISPR, let's talk about superconductivity. Now with reference to superconductivity, consider the following statements. It occurs in certain materials called supercomputers when below a characteristic critical temperature. All of us know in superconductivity, the resistance becomes 0, and superconductivity is having a lot of applications nowadays. Now, obviously, as a part of a smart grid, which is the next big thing in the electrical system, electrical arrangement or power distribution and power transmission system, there the resistance will be 0, and if resistance will be 0, then technical losses will be 0. So let's talk about, and here the temperature have to be cooled below a certain temperature called critical temperature. Kamerlingh-Onnes was the first one to demonstrate superconductivity. Okay, so this first statement is correct. Okay, and a material is said to be if it conducts electricity with 0 resistance to the flow of electrons. So there is zero resistance. So for this question, answer is C, both 1 and 2 for superconductivity related question. Yeah. Okay. So now the next question is with reference to hypersonic technology demonstrated vehicle, HSTDV. So basically hypersonic, what is hypersonic? Hypersonic is when the speed of the vehicle is from 5 Mach to 8 Mach. That is called hypersonic. And for hypersonic technology demonstrator vehicle, which India has recently tested, obviously there is use of scramjet technology. What is a scramjet demonstration aircraft? Basically, scramjet is supersonic combustible ramjet. So basically scramjet is supersonic combustible ramjet. First let me tell you one thing, ramjet. In ramjet technology, vehicle filters the atmospheric oxygen and store it. So basically in scramjet and ramjet technology, ramjet you find in BrahMos, scramjet you are finding here. So it is an scramjet demonstration aircraft vehicle, fine, aircraft, sorry, the first statement is right. It uses atmospheric oxygen, yes, whenever you will find, as I told you, it filters and stores the atmospheric oxygen. So second statement is also right. India is the first country to demonstrate this technology. No, India is the fourth country after US, Russia and China. So India is the fourth. India is not first, we are fourth to have this. So statement 3 is incorrect, answer is A. That is 1 and 2. Hypersonic technology demonstrator vehicle. Okay, next question. It is about coke, coal, wo wala coke nahi, that you had in lunch dinner. Coke, here we are talking about coal, is one of the material added to the blast furnace for the production of steel. Steel metallurgy, iron metallurgy, we all have studied in our school. So is coke ka kaam kya hai? See, coke is one of the pure dense form of carbon. And this carbon takes up the oxygen from the material from where we are producing the steel. So obviously when it has taken away the oxygen, that is what we call as reduction. So it acts as a reducing agent. Wonderful. Then the second one is remove silica associated with the iron ore. No, coke does not remove silica. For the removal of silica from iron ore, we use quicklime. Quicklime known as calcium oxide, that is used. So statement number 2 is wrong. Now if statement 2 is wrong, then these two cannot be the answers. Function as a fuel, yes, coke burns, it's carbon, it is one of good fuel. To supply heat, yes, statement 3 is correct. Now act as a catalyst, no, coke is not a catalyst, we add different substances as the catalyst, so this is incorrect. Here the answer is C, that is the third point. 1 and 3 are incorrect. Fine. Now after this gravitational lensing, with reference to the phenomenon of gravitational lensing, Consider the following statements. It can occur only when what is gravitational lensing? Basically, gravitational lensing is one of the very strong evidence in support of general theory of relativity of Albert Einstein. General theory of relativity, which talks about gravitation and all these things. Okay. So, general theory of relativity, and this gravitational lensing you will find in relation to dark matter also. Gravitational lensing. So, basically gravitational lensing is nothing but the bending of the light by the matter, that is which matter? Obviously black holes. So, when black holes or any form of matter causes the light to bend, that is what we call as gravitational lensing, and gravitational lensing is a very strong evidence in support of general theory of relativity. So, this is one concept you have got about gravitational lensing. It is like gravitational lensing. See, this is a star, and here you have a black hole. Light is coming, a straight line, but it causes light to bend. Light will bend around this black hole. So, this bending of the light by the black holes or the dark matter is called gravitational lensing, and because of that, the star appears brighter, and for that condition is when a star, a black hole and the observer are in a straight line. इसके लिए condition ये है star, black hole and the observer should be in a straight line, नहीं तो ये नहीं दिखेगा. It can make a star appear brighter. Yes, वो जो उसमें जब black hole आ जाता है वो light को bend करता है तो it appears brighter. So answer is both 1 and 2 for gravitational lensing question. After that, yes, one more question. With reference to India's 3-stage nuclear power program, consider the following statements. 3-stage nuclear power program of India. First stage uses uranium-235 as the fuel, heavy water as the moderator and coolant. Moderator means which slows down the neutron. Coolant is which brings down the temperature, that is called coolant. The reactors are in the first stage basically pressurized heavy water reactor and pressurized water reactor. Second stage, the fuel is plutonium-239 and the reactor is fast breeder reactor. Fast breeder reactor, there is no moderator, and liquid sodium is the coolant. Okay, third stage, uranium-233 is the fuel, and this uranium-233 is produced from thorium-232. Okay, fine. So let's see the question. So with reference to India's 3-stage nuclear program, consider the following statements. In the first stage, heavy water is deployed as both coolant and moderator. Yes, that statement is right. For second statement, moderators are not used in the second stage. Yes, that is why they are called fast breeder reactor or fast neutron reactor. So this statement is also right. Thorium-232 is converted into uranium-233. This is the third stage. So this is also right. Answer is D, 1, 2 and 3. Fine. So this is with respect to thorium. Next is with reference to the development of lithium batteries, consider the following statements. Fine, two statements are there. Lithium polymer battery are safer than lithium ion due to less leakage. So lithium polymer batteries, actually, you know, there are electrodes, positive and the negative electrode in both lithium ion and lithium polymer. And here we have electrolyte. Electrolyte. In case of lithium polymer, this electrolyte could be solid, could be gel, and could be porous, isn't it? Whereas in case of lithium ion, this is not the case. So lithium polymer batteries are light, compact, and less leakage. So less leakage. So there is less leakage chances in lithium polymer. So first statement is correct. Second, Chile has the highest reserves of lithium, followed by China. No, it is followed by Australia, Argentina, okay, China. So second statement is incorrect. So answer is 1 only. So lithium polymer battery has less chances of the leakage compared to the others. This is in news like anything. International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor, ITER. ITER is a consortium which was established in the year 1989, has European Union, Japan, then USA, Russia, India, China, South Korea as the members. ITER is based on the concept of fusion, not fission. Fusion, you know, where the lighter elements combine to form heavier nuclei and produce a lot of energy. So it is an experimental nuclear fission facility. So this is incorrect. So if first is incorrect, then this cannot be the answer. It is based in France. Yes, it is coming up at a place called Cadarache. Cadarache in South France. So this is right. India is yet to join this international collaboration. India is a member. India became its member in the year 2007. Rather, ITER was the first international scientific project where India joined as a full-fledged partner. India is represented by BARC, Institute of Plasma Research, Ahmedabad, Institute of Plasma Research, Ahmedabad, and Saha Institute of Nuclear Physics. Saha Institute of Nuclear Physics, Kolkata, Ahmedabad, and BARC, I don't have to tell you. So answer is, this is also incorrect, this is also incorrect. So answer is 2 only. Answer is 2 only in case of ITER, and this is a very, very important topic. ITER, recently there was a news in South Korea, K-Star, K-Star, that is Korean Superconducting Tokamak Advanced Research, called K-Star. There they have achieved the highest temperature for the longest duration so far, which was in few seconds only, but it is a very important topic for your exam. Now, next one. With reference to India's next generation launch vehicle GSLV Mk3, consider the following statement. GSLV, you know, it is having 3 stages. GSLV Mk3 has 3 stages. 3 stages means 3 engines: solid, liquid, and cryogenic. So it is a 3-stage heavy lift launch vehicle. Yes. Second, it is powered by one among the 7 cryogenic engines sold by Russia. No. it uses CE-20, a cryogenic engine developed by ISRO, means it is an indigenous cryogenic. So it doesn't uses the Russian. So second cannot be the answer, third cannot be the answer. It was used to launch Chandrayaan-2 and will be used in Gaganyaan. Yes, for GSLV Mk3 in low Earth orbit, the payload capacity will be 10 ton, and for geostationary Earth orbit, it will be 4 ton. So it will be used for, it was used for Chandrayaan-2 and will be used in Gaganyaan. So statement 3 is correct. So answer is B. GSLV Mk3. Then next one, 3D printer. At 3D printer, which is a printing technology, which is again a part of Industry 4.0, means fourth industrial revolution, and it is obviously known as additive manufacturing. Additive manufacturing, where they can make things layer by layer. They can make anything now. Anything means they have even made human heart in the lab. And to make that human heart, it was heart like here, they used stem cells. Stem cells means these are the cells which are capable of forming all the cells of the body, and they were human cells. So yes, that is correct. Development of firearms, yes, you can make metallic, non-metallic, all types of things. Prosthetic hand, made of obviously ceramic or plastic polymers, yes. Preserving corals by creating coral shaped structures. Recently in some countries, they made corals through 3D printing to preserve, obviously by making coral shaped structures, where the corals, which is basically algae, they come, they come and they attach to that. So this is also true. So answer is D, 1, 2, 3 and 4 with respect to 3D printing. Now come to the fuel cells. Fuel cells where basically hydrogen and oxygen reaction of hydrogen and oxygen to form water and produce electricity. They produce direct current, and as of now they cannot be used for large scale electrification. But obviously that reaction between hydrogen and oxygen is electrochemical reaction. Electrochemical means reduction and oxidation, both are taking place. So here actually, which of the following is not correct? So my simple suggestion to all of you is always use pencil while solving the question and mark the keyword over there, because sometimes students say they like what to do because they haven't seen this not correct, and the other keyword is fuel cells. So first statement is right. It was used for providing power in the Apollo. Yes, you'll be surprised to know that in Apollo they use fuel cells, and this water which was produced was used for drinking, okay, by when it was cooled down, when it was condensed. So that second statement is also right. Platinum and palladium act as catalyst. Yes, those palladium and platinum are used in the electrodes in the fuel cell to increase the efficiency, and the efficiency can reach 70% here. 70%. This is also correct. Fine. They must be recharged. No. There is nothing like charging like your mobile battery or automobile battery is. Here you have to give the fuel. Once the fuel is exhausted, you need to provide the fuel again. So this statement is incorrect. So here the answer is D. This is the answer. So these were the these were the questions. So this was a very humble effort on my part to discuss some of the questions here. See, science and technology, if we see, the nature of the questions in UPSC is not like always absolutely current oriented. UPSC is asking conceptual questions. Okay, so prepare the concept and the application, concept and application, concept and application. And one more thing I would like to tell you about science and technology as such for civil services. Most of the aspirants take it for granted. But if you see, around 16 questions roughly are asked every year from science and technology. And irrespective of your academic background, you can easily manage 12 to 13, easily. You can go further higher. And when the cutoff is around 50 mark, isn't it? And you can manage 12 questions here, you just need to have some 40 odd questions to be on the safer side from the remaining 80-85 questions, which is around 50% of the total requirement, which is not a big deal. So again, thanks for obviously visiting the discussion offered by our institute Next IAS, and wish you good luck for your exam, and see you for similar discussion for the mains. Thank you.